Just as the imperial concubine was about to step into the sewage on the ground, the clever maid quickly rushed forward and prostrated herself on the ground, using her own body as a footrest for the imperial concubine. She told the imperial concubine to step on her to get across. After the imperial concubine happily stepped on the girl's body and crossed over, she then called the girl a sensible good dog. The girl said that she was willing to lose her head as long as it could please her mistress. The imperial concubine then told everyone that this was the awareness that a servant should have. After that, she asked the girl to serve by her side. In this way, the girl successfully became the imperial concubine's personal maid. Because of her previous actions, the governess was unhappy and deliberately arranged for her to clean all the palaces. On the other hand, the imperial concubine was fuming with anger because she couldn't find a suitable hairpin. She was afraid that she wouldn't be able to outshine the virtuous concubine at the birthday banquet a few days later. The girl outside happened to hear all of this clearly. She quickly went back and took out the jewelry that she had treasured for a long time. Just as she was thinking about how to present the jewelry to Consort Li, unexpectedly, the governess kicked the door open and then snatched the jewelry away. Looking at the precious jewelry in her hand, the governess thought that she could rely on it to get a promotion. Then she turned around with the girl's treasure and was about to leave. The girl stepped forward and grabbed her. She asked the governess if she was trying to take credit. The governess turned around and slapped the girl, saying that as a subordinate, she should obey her superior, and then she turned and left. Two maids said that the governess was really bullying. The girl calmly said,
她以为那是她的晋升路，却不知，那其实是她的催命符。
At the banquet the next day, when Consort Li appeared wearing that crystal hairpin, her appearance immediately caught the emperor's attention. The emperor praised her profusely, and even the other concubines were extremely jealous. At this time, the governess immediately took credit for herself, while the maid beside her waited quietly. Unexpectedly, white smoke suddenly rose from Consort Li's head. Her hair that almost caught fire caused a commotion, and the virtuous concubine on the opposite side sneered. Fortunately, the eunuch poured a basin of cold water, and the chaos was quelled. However, losing composure in front of the emperor not only made imperial concubine Li lose face, but also allowed the virtuous concubine to snatch the opportunity to accompany the emperor to the imperial garden to listen to the opera. After the banquet, the vicious imperial concubine ordered her servants to tie up the governess and prepare to execute her by fire. Unexpectedly, the servants stood there in a daze, looking around, and no one was willing to take action. Just then, the girl walked out from the crowd. The girl pulled down the towel on the governess's mouth. The governess shouted loudly that it was the girl who had framed her. The girl walked towards the governess with a torch in her hand. The governess asked the girl why she had harmed her. The girl took out the hairpin on her head and questioned the governess if it looked familiar. The governess suddenly remembered that the woman she had killed 5 years ago was actually the girl's mother.